Hey folks, it's dinner time. I don't see Scruffy anywhere. So, not sure what that means. So, if you saw earlier today, I hissed at him, which scared him back quite a bit. And he never came back for the rest of his food. However, after I went back inside, he approached the door and sat on the little gray mat there and looked at me. And I think, yeah, he wanted me to come out to give him his food. But basically just that was the end of it. That was the end of lunch. So basically, I closed the blinds and left him. I saw him a little bit later. He was sunbathing near the table back there. So him being late to dinner, I don't know if it has anything to do with the hissing. My sense is it probably doesn't, and he's late to dinner for some other reason. He's been late to dinner a few times, I think, in the past 2 weeks or so. Um, so I kind of expect him to appear probably 15 minutes to half hour from now. So I think I will pause here and I will resume filming if and when he comes back. Hey folks, so after I stopped filming, I decided I was going to open the screen door so I could get a better vantage point filming this way, so you don't have the screen blocking. And so I opened the screen door and then I closed the glass door again, and just as I was closing the glass door, Scruffy appeared around the corner. So I think he was spying. So my guess is maybe he was trying to keep his distance from me just because I hissed at him. I don't know. I think it's really weird that he's sitting here now, though. So I assume this means he wants his food. He may have a little bit of an attitude problem. He's that little weird stare that he has sometimes. Usually when he's uncooperative, he has that stare. It's kind of the evil eye. And so I always expect the worst when I see that stare. It means he's not terribly interested in the food, not terribly interested in me, and probably won't be terribly cooperative. But he's here, so I'm going to get his food ready, and then I'll be right back. Okay, folks, I'm back. He's yawning. He stuck up his paw for a second there. I was wondering what he's doing. That he was going to strike some weird pose or something, but he was just yawning. Okay, so I got his food. So once again, it's the 9 Lives meaty pate with real chicken and tuna. And it's mixed in with the Meow Mix and Kirkland chicken and rice kibble. So I only put one big ball in there. Last night I put in 2 balls. I think he found it challenging enough. I'll try 1 ball tonight. See how, with the bigger one. See how that he handles that. So the brush is back. So we're going to try the brush tonight. And let's see. Yep, guess that's it. So here I go. Hey, Scruffy. So, ready for dinner? Yes, no. Assume you want your dinner. So I'm going to come out and give you your dinner, okay? So I'm slowly stepping through the door, and I'm hoping you're not going to hiss. So I'm going to put the food on the chair so I can close the door. Okay, so now I'm going to pick up the food and put it on the table so I can sit down in the chair. Good, you didn't hiss. I like that. Okay. So sit down in the chair. Good. Very good. I hope that doesn't mean you got your fleas again. Okay, so I'm going to get the glove on. I'm going to get the glove on one-handed again. It's a magic trick. It's fairly difficult to do. Okay, let's adjust that on. So how you doing, Scruffy? You hungry? You're not meowing. So, it's one of the downsides of feeding him so much recently is, I don't think he's as hungry, and so he's not meowing anymore. So, that's a real shame. So, I'm thinking I need to start feeding him less, because I think the more I feed him, the more he misbehaves, and the less inclined he is to act good. Okay, that's encouragement. So he came up to me, well, not exactly, but he came a little closer. So that's the brush, and that's where he is. So I'd have to reach out really far to like touch him or something, but yeah, he came a little closer. So that's good, Scruffy. So I'm going to take a look at your back. How's your back doing? So it looks like he groomed himself in the center of the back there. So not sure if that indicates a flea or just random grooming. Okay, so I think I'm going to bring down the food. Ready for your food? Yeah? No? Yes? No? Okay, so I got to move the brush to get the food down. And I'm going to pick up the brush. Okay, so you know what the brush is for. So I'm showing him the brush. And I'll let him come to the food. But there's not going to be any surprise with the brush. Yeah, so he has grooming artifact there, and then he has another grooming artifact there, so the fleas may still be there. Okay, so he kind of, I wouldn't say hissed, but it was kind of a semi-hiss at me. It's like almost like a snorting, breathing, snorting breath. So even though it was kind of groomed, it's actually not naughty at all. It's combing through very smoothly here. Let's see, I got a knot here that has, I think that's just his fur just being tangle inclined. I don't think it's because of his grooming. So his fur is actually not too bad, I don't think it's considered. Because, yeah, the brush is going through very easily. And he's not putting up a big resistance right now, so that's an improvement. Better than lunch, where you hissed at me. Because, yeah, my patience is wearing thin, so if you keep hissing at me, I'm going to hiss back. Because I don't know what to do with you at this point. We're, I think, very close to the 4 month. We're very close to 4 months now. And so I'm getting frustrated. So in other news, I ended up going to Walmart today. So I found out even with the holiday schedules, there was a small window where they're open and my schedule was available to go. And I haven't been driving my car enough. I haven't driven it in quite a few days now, and so if I don't drive it, I get all these problems with the battery discharging and so forth, and I'm like, I better drive the car. So I went to Walmart. Was hoping to get the bale of straw and then a couple groceries. I need like fresh fruit, like bananas and some avocados, and I needed sriracha sauce. I'm low on sriracha sauce. Okay, I'm gonna flip the brush over. Anyway, so according to the online information, there were actually there are 2 different sizes of bales of straw, and then the smaller size, there are 4 left at the store. So I went around the entire store, couldn't find it. Then I asked somebody in the gardening department, because they seem to put a lot of miscellaneous Christmas stuff in there, and the guy says, yeah, he hasn't seen it. As far as he knows, they only get them at Halloween, and so he wasn't able to help me, but he didn't think they had any. So I went to the crafts section and asked somebody there, and they said the same thing. It's only Halloween. And they didn't know what to say when I told them, the online information said, said there were 4. So they couldn't really help me either. So I went around the store again, didn't find it, gave up. Then I saw the customer service desk on my way out, and I said, well, since I'm here, might as well ask customer service. So the customer service person was probably the most rude of all of them. So the other people, they were nice, they were polite at least. They weren't going out of their way to help me, but they were polite about it and said they don't think they had it. So that's fine. But the customer service desk, you think, the customer service desk, their sole job is to help the customer. So they give me an attitude, basically, or the person there gave me kind of an attitude saying, well, I couldn't find it, and the other people couldn't find it. She's not going to be able to find it. So she had some sass. That was pretty bad customer service. So I understand, the holidays are here, and it was kind of near the end of the day, so, I'll cut her a little slack. Maybe she was stressed, but customer service shouldn't be responding like that. That's just bad. And most of my trips to Walmart, kind of in that vein, I generally haven't had great customer service there. So it's not one of my favorite places to go. It's also not very close to me, so I have a bunch of Targets that are closer to me, and I usually get pretty good customer service there. And then Costco, I always get pretty good customer service, and there's a Costco pretty close to me. So afterwards, also I looked for a pet brush. Fortunately, I found this one, so I didn't need it, but I found out they didn't have this pet brush in stock. So they're actually almost out of stock of everything. So they didn't have this pet brush, so good thing I didn't lose it. And then I was looking at the wire grooming brush that has the eject feature, so you can get the fur off of it really quickly. I was thinking if they had it, I might just pick it up and give it a try. But no, they didn't have that in stock either, so I didn't get that. So there was a Dollar Tree not too far, and I was thinking, I should try the Dollar Tree. But no. Well, then I realized there's a Michael's also not too far, and if I wanted the straw, that would be a better shot. So I could get the wire brush at Dollar Tree. I know they have like a real cheap wire brush. It doesn't have an eject feature, but I was thinking I'd just buy 2. So one for actual grooming, and the other one to help me pick out the hair. But yeah, so anyway, I opted to go to Michael's instead. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any big bales of straw. I found, after looking through the store 3 times, a very tiny bale of hay, probably about the size of probably 1.5 fists. And it looked like it was, if you're building a little display to put on a desk or something.
coffee table or something like that. That's what you'd use that bale of hay for, or straw. And that's not enough for what I want to use it for. So, and then I couldn't even find the price on it, but whatever. It was not nearly enough to be useful to me. So unfortunately, yeah, came away empty-handed. So looks like that Scruffy here is not going to get any straw until Halloween. Unless I get lucky and find it at, say, Home Depot or something like that. So I think he's done eating. So is he going to run away? Or is he going to let me brush him? So I feel kind of stupid about my trip. Yeah, I got some groceries, but... And I got the car running. But yeah, I probably would have been better off to go into that other Costco and getting the other groceries and stuff I wanted. But I'll still do that another time. Because, yeah, the bananas and avocado I can get anywhere. And sriracha sauce. But surprisingly, I've been having a hard time getting the sriracha sauce recently. I don't know if they're having shortages or something. So I've been trying all sorts of different hot sauces. So I haven't found the perfect hot sauce for general purpose. I seem to find different hot sauces work for different things. But with the vegetable soups I've been eating recently, I found that the sriracha works pretty well with those. So one of the things I've been doing is I've been watering them down, just so I don't eat as much. But when I water them down, they don't taste as good. So then I pour in the sriracha sauce or some hot sauce to give it back some kick and some flavor. So he's pretty much done. I'm going to take the ball out. And if he wants to lick the bowl, he can, and I'll get one more possible pass at him with the brush. Oh, he found some kibble. I didn't even see that kibble there. So his eyes are better than I thought. So his butt stiffened up a little bit, so maybe he liked this grooming here. So he doesn't have that nasty knot there anymore. So that section's cleared up pretty well. His body's gone limp again. Second there, it seemed like he was starting to get into the brushing, and then he started walking away. And as I followed him with the brush, he hissed. So I'm not going to hiss back at him for that, as tempting as it might be. So, no water for you, huh? Once again, another lackluster meal. But at least I had the brushing in. And he's grooming himself this time, so he's not taking off immediately. So I guess I'll put my bet down. I think he's gonna leave the premises again. He's been doing that a lot recently. And it's still pretty early in the evening. So I think, yeah, he might go on his patrol. Or whatever it is he does. So his water bowl looks kind of untouched. So when I went back in this afternoon after hissing at him, yeah, he was sniffing around the mat for food, hoping I had left some behind. He did not approach the water bowl as far as I know. So my understanding with the wet cat food is he doesn't need to drink as much water with wet cat food. In fact, cats in general are supposed to get pretty much all their nutrients from the meat that they eat, so they don't actually generally drink water separately. They're supposed to get all the hydration from the prey. But when you start giving them dry kibble, then yeah, that's when they start needing the water. Now that I've basically surrounded the kibble in pate, I don't know how much water he needs, because the pate may have enough. So he's coming back. I don't know why. You want me to brush you? No? I didn't move. I'm going to offer him the brush though right now. With the brush? No? He's checking the carrier, so he's not terrified of it anymore. And he's grooming himself. Again. So, I don't think I recorded this last night, but, so last night after I came in, or cleaned up, so I looked for the brush one more time, didn't find it, and then I went in, and Scruffy came back by that time. So he was back sitting on the mat, looking through the door, looking at me, I think hoping I'd feed him again, even though it's only been like 5 to 10 minutes since we just finished dinner. So he didn't leave the premises, I guess. So so basically I just closed the blinds, turned off the lights. So that was the end of the night. I was going to feed him again, and have to wait. And I think closing the blinds is actually probably the most courteous thing I can do to him, because it might send them the message that, yeah, I'm not going to feed you, so if you want more food, you're going to have to go hunt. Don't wait here. And he's taken off, and I think he's heading out for the premises, maybe? Yep. Okay, won that bet. Okay, folks, that's it for tonight. I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.